What's up, everybody? This is Cowboy Tonto, and I'm here to basically discuss theories moving forward in One Piece after chapter 674 about the three weapons, at least the three ancient sort of destructive weapons in One Piece, which are Uranus, Poseidon, and Pluton, and basically everything relating to that, whether it be Joy Boy or the Poneglyphs and the Will of D, all that stuff right now. And so basically, let's talk about first what Uranus is. Now, basically, on a lot of the forum boards, a lot of what people are saying Uranus is that it probably has something to do related to the devil fruits. And I kind of agree with this. If you remember back in the Fishman Island arc, Usopp stressed the fact that there was probably a connection between the Eve tree, which provided sunlight to Fishman Island, and then the Adam tree, which gives you the strongest wood in the world. And I do think there's a connection. And what I think Uranus might be, and the connection between those two, is that let's think about this logically. Devil fruits are fruits, just like any other fruit, and they have to grow on a tree. And I think Uranus may be the tree in which devil fruits grow on. At least it might go something like that. I think there's definitely a relationship between the Adam tree and the Eve tree in devil fruits themselves. Oda talked about earlier in an interview on how a professor is going to explain to us the origin of devil fruits and what they mean, and clearly that professor is going to be Vegapunk. And speaking of Vegapunk, what I think is interesting about him is that I'm not sure whether or not he's a good guy or not. And you would think because he's a Marine head scientist that he's clearly like an antagonist in the series, but from what I'm surmising, I think there might be a lot more to him, at least as a character himself. I think that if you're reading the Punk Hazard arc right now, you'll notice that Vegapunk was blamed for the explosion 4 years ago that Caesar Clown started. And whenever we kind of think of Vegapunk as this sort of this whole holy figure that is like never gets into trouble, but like as can be seen there, Vegapunk clearly stuff happens to him, and I think there's no way that Kuma, who basically gave himself up as a government cyborg, would do what he did, especially being part of the revolutionary army without some ulterior motive. And I think that Vegapunk is somehow related to that. I think that he will. This is my theory. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I think somehow he will be. He will help out the Straw Hats. I think that he is somehow connected to the revolutionaries because what's his face? Dragon, when he was talking to Ivankov on the Dendem Mushi before she arrived to Baltigo, he's like, yeah, like he basically knew what was up with Kuma and why he did what he did, and so there clearly was a justification, and I think it has something to do with Vegapunk. Now off that tangent, we were talking about Uranus, and I think it has something to do with the Devil Fruits. Now let's move on to Pluton. Now, clearly it's a huge, massive ship that can destroy an island in a second, and a lot of people were saying maybe Noah, the Ark where a lot of fishmen resided in, that might have been Pluton. And I really don't think that is Pluton because besides its massive size, it isn't all that, great. I mean, it's a huge arc. Yeah, it can hold probably 2.5 million people because it's half the size of Fishman Island. But other than that, it doesn't have like a weapon that could destroy an island. What I think Joy Boy and Noah are is here's what I think. I think Joy Boy was a member of the ancient kingdom that got basically dick fucked by the alliance of 20 kingdoms, and I think that he had the ark built underwater because I think what happened is that he wanted to build the ark to let's think about Noah and the ark, the story of it. Like why was the ark built? Because then Noah wanted to save two animals of each kind, one male, one female, and put them on the ark. I think what Joy Boy wanted to do is get Noah, build Noah in the water so that the alliance of the 20 kingdoms wouldn't find out, then get it out of the water, and then he can take people from the ancient kingdom and save them from their inevitable destruction. I think this was in the later, in the last part of the century when they basically knew they were going to die. And basically, I think the reason why he broke the promise is because, well, they like the kingdom fell apart and everyone died, and so he's like, oh fuck, like why would I bring this out of the water right now? And then he's gonna be, and then I think Joy Boy is related to the will of D very strongly. I think that people who have the D in their name are either offspring of him or somehow offspring of that kingdom, and basically he had a will for them, which is basically uh, get like you're gonna have to get Noah out of the water or something like that, and you need to take down the world government. That's what I think the will of D is, and I think a lot of people have come to that conclusion too. I mean, in the end, we're just gonna have to wait for Oda to tell us, because let's face it, One Piece is a pretty long manga, and we're only halfway through its life, and Oda is someone who's notorious for keeping his cards close to his chest. But anyways, that's what I think, because we already know definitely what Poseidon is. And I think that was interesting, because we were able to find out that Sea Kings weren't just like these huge monsters that were just out there to kill people. But anyways, these are just theories that I have. If you have any more, or if you have anything to add on, or corrections you think, or things that I said that were wrong, comment below. This has been Cowboy Tonto with a One Piece theory on what is Uranus.